But listen, how amazing was the Royal Albert Hall? Because it looks so special, and I know you were rehearsing for it for a long time, but what was that moment like on the first night when you walked up together as a three onto that stage?
It was very special actually, and we were nervous, if I'm being honest, like leading up to the show. It was a massive deal, it was a massive show for us. It was obviously a very iconic venue. But it felt amazing. Like when we came off the stage the first night, we felt like it was maybe the best show we'd ever done. And then we're like, we have to do it again. We have to beat it tomorrow night, because we always want to try and be better and stuff like that. But I think just the whole nostalgia of it all, 25 years, all the songs, the Royal Albert Hall, our families are like, our kids are there, our wives are in ball gowns, our kids are in tuxedos. It was literally, and all the fans were there in tuxedos, and it was so cool to be a part of it. And I know we're the band, but we felt like we were a part of something special in the Royal Albert Hall, and waiting 25 years to play that venue. And it is absolutely stunning to play. To look up every night and see the arches at the top, which still blow my mind when I think about it. It's an iconic venue, and it was just great to play it and great to celebrate and start the 25th anniversary celebrations in the Royal Albert Hall. Obviously next year is the big world tour, but it's a moment we'll never forget, without a doubt.
What are your memories from being at the absolute height of it? Because you're still so young now, but you were so young then as well.
Crazy. You know, one of the first times we ever kind of had that mental experience was we did a signing around the country for I think it was like our third or fourth single, and we pulled up in different streets all around the country in the major cities, and there was thousands of people on the streets. And I remember us going up into the kind of waiting room and looking down on the street, and you're like, there's no way all these people are here for us. And literally the whole streets were chock-a, people wall to wall. And I think, we tried really hard at most of those kind of signings to meet every single person that came. And rather than people getting their album signed or their single signed, it ended up to just being a quick handshake, because our security, we were like, let's try and just actually meet as many as we can. People would be like collapsing when they see us. One girl showed up in a wedding dress and was like, please, can you marry us? Like mad stuff.
So he did. Her name was Jodie.
That was me. I'm sorry about that. It was a moment of madness. I do apologise.
Another good memory of that type of time was when we were in, I think it was Brazil, or was it Argentina?
Argentina.
And we did a radio station, and when we came out of the radio station, we just couldn't get to the bus. So we thought, how do we say hello to the fans? So we got up on top of the bus, and all the fans were down around us, and we were kind of like saying hello to them and stuff. It was just mad.
But then it grew, like, you're right. And then it got to the stage where you couldn't go. Like, we'd be in hotels in Asia and China, and there would be, I don't know how many, I'm going to say 5,000. That might sound too much. Maybe there was 2,000, maybe there was more. And they would sing the songs all night. You would get no sleep. You have to leave through back entrances. We've seen more kitchens
in hotels.
And freight elevators. And I don't even like elevators.
He hates freight ones.
And especially when they put you into ones that, look like you're going to the end of the world. It's like, you go in here, boys, press the button, we'll never see you again. But it was fun.
That's what goes through your head, isn't it?
Yeah. It's I do sometimes think about this. How we came out of it relatively unscathed and kind of normal is kind of bananas, because there was 3-4 years of craziness. Now, obviously, same for One Direction. Probably documented more on phones. We didn't have that, phones traveling around the world and stuff. But it was, dare I say it, people used to say Beatlemania. It was like we went to, we'd be brought through airports, particularly in Asia, by the army. And by the time you'd got to the cars, caps would be gone, watches would be gone, rings, every chunks of hair would be gone. It was at moments it was scary, people falling over. Yeah. And when people fell over, you'd be kind of going, oh, look at that, and drag through. And you wouldn't even get to ever find out if that person was picked up. And it was scary.
We have stopped concerts as well, haven't we? Like we've literally
we've
stopped concerts and gone, we're not going any further until you stop pushing forward. There's people getting crushed up here. Yeah. It is mental.
It was dangerous.
It is dangerous, yeah.
But fun times.
Amazing when you look back at it, though.
And listen, you've got the new single as well, Chariot, which I love. It's such a tune. And that was written with Ed Sheeran, is that right?
Yeah, so Ed wrote it. We've obviously 20 odd years in the business, and Steve Mack is our long-term producer, songwriter. Famed for Flying with Wings, World of Our Own, What Makes a Man, Swear It Again, this is endless. So we got back with Steve on the reunion in 2019 where Ed wrote Hello My Love and a song called Better Man and others on the album. And obviously that reunion is now six years ago, isn't it? So so it goes quick. It goes very quickly. But on this one, we met up with Steve just after Christmas, And obviously we worked well in advance, so the Albert Hall had been held, and we were building up for the announcements of that and also the tour for next year. And Steve said, I've been working with Ed on quite a lot again. We have some little surprises we'd like to play you. So we flew into London. We met in the studio again. And remember, this is the same studio and the same laneway we walked down at 17, 18, 19 years of age in Fulham, Parsons Green in Fulham. So we go down and we ring the doorbell. And I used to always say, when we were 18, 19, you ring the buzzer, and so we go, hello, we go, Backstreet Boys, all right, come on in. So, and we still do that joke when we go in. But he sat down with us for about an hour and played, all these songs and talked us through, where they were and, what they were thinking of. And then they played, and they're all huge hits. We have to be kind of picky now to go with whatever one for the single, which is Chariot. And he played Chariot, and straight away, what gets you is the vibe, it's the bop, you're dragged in immediately. But straight away was the nod to the Irish kind of traditional music. It's Ed Sheeran in his absolute element, and he's written with Johnny McDade as well from Snow Patrol. So it's a real Irish feel. Now it is about a funeral, it is about your final day on earth, and if my chariot comes tonight, the subject matter is very sad. They have managed to flip it into a happy moment, and we said, right, we're all over these, and we knew it was a hit. Played to the families. That's what we, our kind of sounding board. Everybody loved it. And we performed it, in the Royal Albert Hall. We went and it's A-list on radio. It's like, we said it at the time, it's like the first year of the band in a strange way. It's like we're 18 again. Weird.
Like
that's just Scotland we're talking
I know,
about.
I was just waiting for you to line that one up. Then I was going to say, we had a good party, but I mean, we're a good crowd though.
Oh, without a doubt.
Unbelievable.
Glasgow, Scotland has
Loud.
Oh, just so loud. Like it's probably the closest thing you'll get to Belfast or Dublin for the sheer noise. Scotland is always an exciting place to play. And obviously the Hydro's a beautiful venue as well, so we're really looking forward to playing that, and Aberdeen of course as well, the new venue. So yeah, it's going to be great to get back out and see our fans all around the world. But Scotland obviously is going to be.
And you know what you have in Scotland nowadays that I'm a huge fan of? You have a wave pool, if you know what that is.
A wave
They're
pool?
building one in London as well. Did you hear that?
I know that.
A wave pool?
Yeah.
He's
I don't know
a
this.
surfer. He's a surfer.
In Edinburgh, there's an artificial
Oh,
wave
sorry, I know. Yes.
called Lost Shore.
You wouldn't catch me there. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you'd
wouldn't
catch me there. You'd catch me there an awful lot when we're in Scotland. If you want to say hello, that's
my
where I'm
wave
going to
pool.
be. I will be staying there
Tell
every
them where
night.
you are. Tell them where you are, Kate.
You couldn't pay me to get on that.
Me
but,
either.
yeah.
One of the big memories I always have from Glasgow is wearing kilts. I always remember when we wore kilts, it was just the most special days. And I'm not going to name names, but some of us wore them authentically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, the way the Scots people. Some of us didn't. Me and you did, didn't we?
We did, son.
We did. So yeah, we'd no jocks on underneath our kilts on stage in Glasgow.
Well, I'm sure now for everybody that's seen you in Glasgow, that's going to be what's expected
My
when you
turn
come back.
next.
Yeah!
I'm buying a ticket for that game.
Hang on. We've just added an extra date.
What? 3 days? What? It took me. It's not on sale till tomorrow.
More dates in Scotland just so you can wear kilts and be true Scotsmen
Yes.
this time.
Yes, we will.
But listen, 25 years.
Yeah, it's incredible to be honest. Like we're kind of like sitting here talking about it all day and going back through all the memories and all the different stories and stuff like that. And it's really hard to believe that we're still going. And not only are we still home,
alive.
we're still, we're able to actually stand up these days. No, but like it just seems to. It's kind of weird because it seems to be getting stronger. Like we put the tour on sale and they're adding new dates. We're looking at posters about adding new dates before we do the interview with you, and it's just mental stuff to think that the Westlife fans are still out there and just they still want it so much, and like we're super passionate for it, but it seems the fans are just as passionate for it too. So it's really exciting.